Hello and welcome to our today's lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to work on exercise 12.2 of Cambridge Primary Mathematics Workbook 3. And this exercise is about ordering and comparing fractions. So to order and compare fractions, we have to know about the inequalities, which can be shown or which can be compared using these signs. These are called the inequality signs, and we can even use the equal sign also, which shows two equal parts of something or two equal fractions, in this case that we are working on. And the other word that we have here is multiple. When we multiply a number with another number, we get an answer or a product which is called a multiple. For example, 2 times 5 equals 10. Here 10 is called the multiple of 2 and 5. The multiples of 2 and 5. We can consider this as a multiple of 2 and also as a multiple of 5. So let's start on questions. In question 1 it says mark 1/3 and 2/3 on this number line. The number line is given here, and this number line is between 1 and 0. Why it is 1 and 0? Because when we are writing or making fractions, we consider to the whole, to one piece or one whole of something. So here we have 0 and 1 over here. If we cut this number line into 3 equal parts, so 1 here, 1 here, now we have 3 equal parts. This one is 1/3. And this one is showing 2/3. 1/3 and 2/3. In question 2 it says, which fractions could be marked on a number line between 0 and 1/4? If we have a number line like the one here, which is between 0 and 1, if we cut this number line into 4 equal parts, each one will give us 1/4. So 1/4 is here. Now it says, what fractions or which fractions can be marked between 0 and 1/4? So now we have divided or cut the number line into 4 equal parts. If we now cut it into 8 equal parts, so we will have one piece here, one here, one here, and one here. Now we have 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one of the fractions that can be between 0 and 1/4 is 1/8. It is 1/8. If we cut the same number line into 10 equal parts, 1/10 will also be in between 0 and 1/4. So let's cut it into 10 equal parts. This is halves, and this can be 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, and 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, and 9/10. So 1/10, which is here, can also be between 0 and 1/4. We can have other fractions also, but I think these two are enough. We can write 1/8 and 1/10. We can have other fractions also, as I said, but these two are enough here. Well, let's scroll down to move to question 3. In question 3 it says, use the fraction strips to help you compare 1/4 and 1/3. 1/4 and 1/3. So we have two same-sized strips. One is cut into 4 equal parts and the other one is cut into 3 equal parts. So in this case, this one is showing 1/4, and here this one is showing 1/3. If we just look to the strips, we can write that 1/4 is less than 1/3. Why? Because the size that is shown by 1/3 is bigger than the size that is shown by 1/4. So in this case, we can write 1/4 is less than 1/3, and here 1/3 is greater than 1/4. So you know about the inequality signs. When the opening of the inequality sign is towards a number or towards a fraction, it means that fraction or that number is bigger. That number is bigger. So in this case, we can write 1/3 is bigger than 1/4, and here also the opening is to the left, so we can write 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. So we are done with question 3 as well. Let me scroll down to move to question 4. In question 4 it says, use the fraction wall to help you order these fractions. This is the fraction wall. The top row is showing one whole of the strip, maybe it's a strip, and then it's cut into halves. On two sides we have 1/2 and 1/2, and then it's cut into thirds. We have 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, and it's getting smaller, smaller, and smaller, which we reach to 1/10. So in this case, part A says, put these fractions in order from smallest to largest. From smallest to largest, if we just look to the fraction wall, we can say that 1/10 is the smallest. 1/10 is the smallest. Why? Because 1/10 in this case is showing the smallest portion or the smallest part of the fraction wall. Then we can write 1/5. Why? Because 1/5 is bigger than 1/10, but it is less than 1/3. See, 1/3 is here and 1/5 is here. This is showing 1/5, but here this one is showing 1/3, which is showing a bigger portion of the fraction wall. And the last one, which is the largest one, is 1/3. Well, part A is done. Let me move to part B. In part B it says, put these fractions in order from largest to smallest. From largest to smallest. Here we have the denominator of 5 for all three fractions. So we can just look at the bar which shows fifths. So in this case, we have 1/5, until here it's 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. So the largest one here is 4/5. Why? Because 4/5 is until here, until this point. So the largest, it says order from largest to smallest. So the first one that comes here is 4/5. The second one is 3/5. And the smallest or the least one is 2/5. 2/5, which is showing this portion or this part of the bar. Well, this question is also solved. Let me scroll down to move to question 5. In question 5, it says, mark 5/10, 7/10, and 9/10 in this 10 centimeter long number line. 10 centimeter long number line. So here from 0 to 1 it shows 10 centimeters. It shows 10 centimeters. Because we have the denominators of 10, we can divide or we can cut this number line into 10 equal parts. So this one will be halves. Okay, this one 5 and 5 on this side. Now we have 10 equal parts. If we just look, we can mark 5/10, 7/10, and 9/10 on this number line. So this is 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, and 5/10. 5/10 is here, and then 6/10, 7/10. 7/10 is at this point, and 9/10 is the last point that we have before 1 out here. This is 9/10. So we first cut the number line into 10 equal parts and then found out that 5/10 is here, 7/10 is here, and 9/10 is out here, which is 1 point before 1. Question 5 is also solved. Let's move to question 6. In question 6, it says, which fractions could be marked on a number line between 1/4 and 1/2? If, for example, this is the number line, this is the number line, this point is 0, and this point is 1. 1/2 will be here. 1/2 is here, and 1/4. So in this case, we have to cut the number line into 4 equal parts. Now 1/4 is out here. It is asking us what fractions or which fractions can be between 1/2 and 1/4. One of the fractions that can be between these two is 1/3. If we, for example, cut this number line into 3 equal parts, 1/3 will be here, 1/3. And if we cut this number line into 6 equal parts, then 2/6 will also be here, 2/6, which is equivalent to 1/3. And if we cut it into 10 equal parts, then we will have 1/10 here, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then in this case, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. 4/10 will also be in between 1/4 and 1/2. We can put a lot of other fractions also, but I think this is enough. It is just to make you understand how can you find what fractions can be between 1/4 and 1/2 on this number line. Let's move to question 7. Let me scroll it a bit down. In question 7, it says 1/4 of Zara's ribbon is the same length as 1/3 of Sophia's ribbon. Whose ribbon is shorter? How do you know? Whose ribbon is shorter? If I just look at this, I can say that Sophia's ribbon is shorter. Why? I will explain here. Suppose if we have two same-sized ribbon, and we cut it into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. Now this is 1/3. 1/3, but if we have 4 equal parts in this one, 4 equal parts in this one, this is 1/4. When two same-sized ribbon are cut into 3 and 4 equal parts, then 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. But here, 1/4 is the same as 1/3 of Sophia's ribbon. So in this case, we can say Zara's ribbon is longer than Sophia's ribbon. Here it says, whose ribbon is shorter? How do you know? Then I will write Sophia's ribbon is shorter. Sophia's ribbon is shorter because if they were the same size, or if Sophia's ribbon was longer than Zara's ribbon, then let me scroll a bit down. Then Sophia's 1/3 of ribbon would be longer. As I showed here, 1/4 is shorter than 1/3 when the ribbon are the same size. So in this case, if suppose Sophia's ribbon is longer than Zara's ribbon, so 1/3 of that would be much bigger or much longer than Zara's ribbon. So Zara's ribbon is longer than Sophia's ribbon. I hope it makes sense for you. Let me scroll down to move to question 8. In question 8, it says, which fraction will give you a larger amount? Which fraction will give you a larger amount? 1/3 or 1/10 of the cake? 1/3 or 1/10 of the cake? If we have two same-sized cakes, one of them is cut into 3 equal parts and the other one is cut into 10 equal parts. This shows 1/3 of the cake and this shows 1/10 of the cake. Now, which one is bigger or giving us a larger amount? This for sure is 1/3. 1/3 gives us a larger amount. In part B also we have 2/4 and 3/4 of $2. 2/4 and 3/4 of $2. Again, I can show it by a strip. We have $2 here. You know that $2 can be 200 cents. If we cut $2 into 4 equal parts and cents, each part will be 50 cents. 50 cents, 50 cents, and 50 cents. This one, I make it so that you can easily understand this. Now, the $2 is cut into 4 equal parts, each part is 50 cents, and this is showing 2/4. 2/4 of $2. 2/4 of $2 is 100 cents, or we can say $1. And 3/4 is 100. 3/4 is giving us 150 cents, or $1, $1.50. $1.50. Now, which one is giving us a larger amount? For sure, it is 3/4 that gives us a larger amount, and now it's $1.50. Well, question 8 is solved. Let me scroll down to move to question 9. In question 9, we have two parts, part A and B. Part A says, use the fraction strips to help you compare 1/10 and 1/5. So we have two same-sized strips. One is cut into 10 equal parts, and the other one is cut into 5 equal parts. Now here, if we just look, this is 1/10 and this is 1/5. If we just look physically, we can see that 1/5 is larger than 1/10. So in this case, we can write 1/10 is less than 1/5, and 1/5 is greater than 1/10. We can show by using the inequality signs as well. So as I said before, the mouth of the inequality sign is open towards the bigger one. Then 1/5 comes here and 1/10 comes here. And again here 1/5 comes here and 1/10 comes over here. Now part B says, what do you notice about fifths and tenths? What we notice here is, we can say that the strips are cut into 10 pieces, or cut into 10 pieces and 5 pieces, into 10 pieces and 5 pieces. But the fifths, we can say, but the fifths are double the tenths. The fifths are double the tenths. Why? If we look here, 2/10 are exactly the same as 1/5, so we can say that the fifths are double the tenths. So in this case, tenths are less than the fifths. Well, question 9 is solved. Let me scroll down to move to question 10. Question 10 is a challenge, and it says, order each set of fractions from largest to smallest. From largest to smallest. Let me draw a number line over here, because number line can easily help us to compare fractions or numbers, whatever we have. If this is 0 and this one is 1, now if we cut them into halves, this is showing 1/2. This is showing 1/2, and if we cut it into thirds, this one shows 1/3. And again, if we cut it into fourths, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is showing 1/4. And if we cut it into fifths, so we can write, if this is 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. This is 1/5 on the number line, Again, if we cut this into tens, 1/10 will be here. 1/10 will be here. Now it says, order each set of fractions from largest to smallest. What do you think is the largest? The largest is the one farthest to the right. So the largest one here is 1/2. You can write 1/2. Then the second largest is 1/3. 1/3, then 1/4, then 1/5, and lastly 1/10. Why it is like this? If we cut something into halves, it is cut into 2 equal parts. But when we cut into thirds, it is cut into 3 equal parts, which gives us a smaller amount. And the same, if we cut something into larger pieces, then one part is getting smaller and smaller. As we shown over here, we have 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, and 1/10. The second part is part B, and in part B also we have some fractions, but here the denominators are the same. When the denominators are the same, we can easily compare them. So if we cut something here into 10 equal parts, so we have a number line over here, 0 and 1. This is half. Let me cut it into 10 equal parts. Now we have 10 equal parts. This is 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. 3/10 is here. I will mark all the given fractions over here. Then we have 6/10. So 4/10, 5/10, 6/10. 6/10 is here. 7/10 is here. Then 9/10 is here. And this one is 10/10. This one is 10/10, which shows the whole part of something. So in this case, the largest one is 10/10. The largest one is 10/10. Then we have 9/10. Then we have 7/10. Then we have 6/10. And lastly, we have, so here it's 3/10, not 3/3. We have 3/10. So here, because the denominators are the same, the larger the numerator, the larger the fraction. So it means if the numerator is larger, so that fraction is larger than the other one, which is having the same denominator. Well, we are done with question 10. Let me scroll down to go to question 11. In question 11, it says, use the inequality signs, which are this one, and also the equal sign to complete each statement. Now here, part A says 1/2 of 18 is smaller or bigger than 1/4 of 32. To be able to answer, we should know what is 1/2 of 18. 1/2 of 18 shows that 18 is divided into 2 equal parts, one part is taken. So 1/2 of 18 is 9. And 1/4 of 82, we cut 82 into 4 equal parts. Each part is 8. Now, which one is larger? 9 is larger than 8. So the mouth of the inequality sign should be open towards 9. So we can give it like this over here. In part B, we have 1/3 of 60 and 1/10 of 100. 1/3 of 60, 1/10 of 100. 1/3 of 60 means 60 is divided into 3 equal parts and one part of them is taken. If we divide 60 into 3 equal parts, one part of it will be 20. But if we divide 100 into 10 equal parts, one part will be 10. So in this case, 1/3 of 60 is bigger than 1/10 of 100. Part C says 1/10 of 40 or 1/4 of 40. 1/10 of 40 or 1/4 of 40. If we cut 40 into 10 equal parts, one part of it will be 4. And if we cut 40 into 4 equal parts, one part of it will be 10. So the sign will be like this because 10 is larger than 4. The last part, which is part D, says 1/10 of 60 or 1/3 of 18. 1/10 of 60 or 1/3 of 18. If we divide 60 into 10 equal parts, one part of it will be 6. And again, if we divide 18 into 3 equal parts, one part of it will be 6. So what sign should we give here? Because both sides are showing the same thing, we can give the equal sign over here. Because 1/10 of 60 is equal to 1/3 of 18. Well, this one is also solved. Let me move to question 12. And question 12, which is the last question in this exercise, says, write two fractions that are larger than 1/3. Two fractions which are larger than 1/3. If we have a number line over here, in this number line, this is 0, this is 1. If we divide it into thirds, this is 1/3. So any fraction that lies in this range is larger than 1/3. One of the fractions that lie here is 1/2. 1/2 is greater than 1/3 because it says larger than 1/3. And the other fraction that can be here, if we cut it into 6 equal parts, so 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6. The other one we can just say 3/6. 1/2 and 3/6 are larger than 1/3. So I hope it helps you understand how to compare fraction. Either they are having the same denominator or different denominators by using number line or fraction wall, or maybe you can use strips because strips can help you compare the fractions easily. So please make sure to watch the video from beginning to the end, and if you find anything wrong in the questions over here, you can let me know in the comment section. And please make sure to write the questions that you don't understand, or if you have any other questions about fractions or comparing fractions, write it in the comment section and I will refer to it in the coming videos. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you should not miss the coming videos. Like the video and share the video with your friends, your classmates, and your students if you are a teacher. Have a nice time and thank you so much.